What up, everybody? It's your boy Adrian, and we're back once again. I know I'm a little late, a little busy week, man, but I'm here to talk about Michigan football and the week one reaction to my takeaways. It's not going to take me too long to talk about this. As we stated throughout the season, Michigan doesn't have Jim Harbaugh these first 3 games. Now it's 2 games, but they get the win 30 to 3. East Carolina gets a field goal with 5 seconds left in the game. I thought Michigan was able to get a shutout. Now, I know Michigan didn't play the cleanest, but they dominated this game from start to finish, and it was on Peacock. So you guys let me know what you think about this game being on Peacock. With that said, Michigan dominated 30 to 3. East Carolina pretty much lost everybody from last year's team, and Michigan looked good. They got J.J. McCarthy and company back. Some new guys stepped up and played. I know they had a few guys out because of injury, but all in all, J.J. looked it sharp. I mean, 26 for 30 for 280, 3 touchdowns. Roman Wilson, 3 touchdowns. Have yourself a field day. I think they want to expose East Carolina's pass defense. They got aggressive trying to load the line of scrimmage. So JJ was throwing dimes straight from hash to hash. So that's what I like to see. So all in all, it didn't really tell me nothing, but just stay sharp. They wanted to keep guys healthy and clean. I know they didn't run the ball well. My 2 biggest concerns was, if I had to come out this game and it's an overreaction, is the fact that they didn't totally dominate the offensive side when it came to running the ball. But it's okay. They ran for 122 yards, and no Blake and Donovan didn't get a ton of carries. I think they just wanted to get them some burn, keep them fresh, keep them healthy for this game, because it's not the end-all be-all when it comes to this, because we know we're going to need them in the home stretch. But they did what they did. Blake had a nice little run outside to the left. Cornelius looked good. Roman Johnson looked good. Donovan Edwards looked good. And I am worried a little bit about this defensive line. Didn't record a sack. I think they're going to have to find ways to get sacks. Jesse Minter's going to have to dial up some things. Well, no, they look good. Josh Wallace had a turnover that should have been a pick that they called back. I don't know why. I think it was an interception. It was a hell of an acrobatic catch. But they did what they needed to do. They took care of business. I think they played down to the competition a little bit. But all in all, they did what they're supposed to do and got a win. Like I said, 30 to 3 over East Carolina. And we all know the schedule is not daunting whatsoever. Go play Saturday against UNLV, 3:30 kickoff, by the way. They should win that game. Bowling Green the next week, a night game, which I will be attending. And then that finishes our Harbaugh suspension, and then we'll go from there. Not going to really get into the Harbaugh thing because they're not going to need him, like I said, for this game. But this is a great way to get some of these young guys involved, too, as well. Last week I mentioned I had a breakout player for Michigan this year, the safety, number 3, going into his sophomore year, Keon Sabb. He had a nice game. Made some plays. He was all over the field. I seen him flash a little bit. Amarion Walker didn't end up playing this game, so we'll be seeing some from him in these next couple of games. Michigan's basically using these few 5, 6, 7 games. Really, I think their big first test will be Michigan State. Anybody with some competition. So pretty much this is to get every guy going, get the rotation going, get your depth chart in, your ones and your twos, and see where we go. But overall, it was a good win. Jesse Minter was the acting head coach. So like I said, Michigan got the win, and now that they got the win, they're 1-0 in the big. They're 1-0 overall. It was a crazy week 1 in college football. So I wanted to talk about that a little bit and what my thoughts are about some of these games this week. Now, Georgia won. Nothing competitive. Alabama won. Jalen Murrow looks like he's going to be the guy. And Bama did his thing. Ohio State, I know they didn't look good against Indiana, got the win. I know it's a road game, a Big Ten game. Indiana's probably going to be one of the worst teams in the Big Ten. But the big question is, what is Ohio State going to do at quarterback? Kyle McCord got the start. He didn't play particularly well, didn't throw a touchdown pass. Marvin Harrison Jr., 2 catches, 18 yards. You don't see that too often. They ran the ball a little bit well, but the offensive line is a little concerning. So we'll see where that goes. But I think they're going to have a solidified starter quarterback come that Notre Dame game. They got two more games before they play Notre Dame. So we'll see. The biggest takeaway from this weekend, the most impressive team, was Florida State Seminoles. They dominated LSU in that second half of that game. They were down 17-14 at the half, came out in that second half and just dominated, especially Keon Coleman, the Michigan State transfer, came out 3 touchdowns. Jordan Travis was getting the ball over the place to Johnny Wilson. The defense was dominated. Started by Jared Verse, man. This team looks ready to go. Looks like they're going to win the ACC. Especially, I thought Clemson was going to be a team to give them a run for the money, but after that performance last night against Duke on the road, essentially 5 turnovers, two fumbles inside the red zone, two block kick field goals, and then a interception. So they got a lot of work to do, man. And Riley Leonard looked good. It's all over the country, man. Teams look good, especially. I know this is the biggest story around college football, and probably the biggest story in sports. Shout out to Deion Sanders and the Colorado Buffaloes for getting a win, 45-42. Shedeur Sanders over 500 yards, 4 passing touchdowns, 3 receivers with over 100 yards. 4 receivers with over 100 yards. Prime got his first win. Proved people wrong. Travis Hunter is a star. Shedeur Sanders is a star. Travis Hunter played over 120 snaps. Two-way player, turned himself into a star, man. Like I said, it was a great week in college football. Tennessee got the victory over Virginia. Pac-12 dominated 13-0. I still don't think they're the best conference. Still think it's the SEC, but there's a long way to go. I'm not going to have overreactions from this week, but it's a big college football season. Like I said, my Michigan Wolverines got the win. Everybody keeps winning. We'll see what happens, man. We got some big games coming up this week, man. Yes, we do. Harbaugh did his press conference this week. We'll see what guys get back towards the end of this week. But like I said, Michigan plays UNLV come Saturday. We'll see what's on the injury report and what's to come. He'll be practicing. He'll be there all week. It won't be there for Saturday, but I expect him to win come this Saturday as well. So I don't think it is. It was a crazy week one, but I just wanted to give you guys my thoughts, my recaps. The biggest winners from this week were Keon Coleman from Florida State, Shedeur Sanders / Travis Hunter, Caleb Williams, of course, Michael Penix Jr., who threw for over 400 and a few 4 tubs, man, and dominated as Washington defeated Boise State. So there was a lot of winners this week, a lot of great quarterback play, and I could see a lot of these potential guys making to the NFL. It was great quarterback play over the weekend, man. We're in for a good season, man. So I won't overreact to anything, but like I said, I just wanted to give you guys my quick thoughts and my reactions to this game. So we'll be back again later this week. Don't forget to subscribe, to like my channel, give your boy a shout out, and do not forget to follow me on Twitter. That is at Keeping the Score. Oh, I'm sorry, not Twitter, known as formerly as Twitter, but we call it X now. It's still hard for me to talk about. But with that said, it's your boy Adrian, and I'm out.